welcome to the queue. My name is Gummi, and I am here today with Martin and Priscilla Resendez of Sunset Drive-In Cinema.
Hello.
Hola.
Today, I invited you because it fascinates me that you all have decided to open up a drive-in cinema.
Yeah.
Okay, so what prompted you to do that?
There was a project that I had done for the city, I want to say maybe 12, 15 years ago. And it was at one of the community centers that they were building, and they wanted to do like movie nights for the community over there in the Fasken area. And they asked me if I could help out. We were doing the cameras and the fire alarm and all sorts of other low voltage work out there. And so I took on the job and saw what it took: get a screen, get a projector, get everything together, a mixer, because I set up speakers and everything so that way they could do movie nights. And I saw the possibilities. I said, hey, this is something that
you can do. Yeah.
And I remember being a kid, and I remember Bordertown, my parents taking me to Bordertown, and I said, hey, maybe we should go check out some drive-ins in Texas if there are any.
Yeah.
And we found one in South Austin, actually in Manchaca.
Yeah, Manchaca, yeah.
And it was a Blue Starlight drive-in.
Yeah.
And that was, since the Bordertown, that was the first drive-in I had gone to. And it's the first drive-in that my kids went to. I don't know.
First drive-in I had ever gone to. And it just so happened that we were up in the Austin area because our second daughter was doing her kind of like her university thing. She was about to be going as a freshman to university in Waco. And so she was doing her thing, and it was a whole weekend, and we didn't want to just go to Waco, drop her off, and come back all the way to Laredo. So we kind of just looked around. He's like, let's look for a drive-in. And I said, okay, Austin, I did the Google search, and I'm like, hey, like there's this cute little, they call it a boutique drive-in because it's a small drive-in. So it's a mini drive-in. And so we got tickets, and
we watched The Outsiders.
Yeah, we watched The Outsiders. And when we showed up, me and him, we kind of just looked around. We're like, we could do this in Laredo. Like, this is totally doable. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it was run by like Austin weird people. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have there was like no ticket booth or anything like that. Like you purchase your tickets online.
Yes, so we got the idea from there, and since then we've gone to Doc's Drive-In, and we frequent also the Stars and Stripes in New Braunfels.
One of the things that you had to have was a film buyer, and so I reached out to a company called Clark Film Buying. It was like the first film buyer that I found online, and I reached out to Clark Film Buying, and they told me. I talked to a girl named Cody Clark, and she's the daughter of Verl Clark. And anyway, Cody explained to me that there are like territorial limitations, like 10 driving miles distance from the next nearest theater. Like you can't open up within 10 driving miles. And I was like, that's kind of strange because you have like Hollywood at the time. You had the Hollywood Theater, which is Regal, and you had Cinemark, and then you even had Cinemark Movies 12. But those two they were the same company.
Yeah.
And then I think Alamo Drafthouse was like being built or something. There was something Alamo was going on already, and I was like, well, that's strange. And I had looked at other locations, but I remember talking to the people at Blue Starlight, and I was like, so do you guys have a film buyer? Like, how do you get your films? And I was just trying to learn about the industry.
Yeah.
But Cody was a wealth of knowledge. Like she explained to me about the master license agreements that you have to have with the studios, that they help us get all that set up. She explained to me what the percentages were that you had to pay.
Advances.
Yeah, that you had to give advances. And so it was like the advance versus the percentage, which is like a standard 35%. Of your box office ticket sales. So it's like not concessions. And another thing that we learned was that if we were going to show first run movies as opposed to sub run, right?
Yeah.
First run movies, what we learned was that the studio's take is 90% of box office ticket sales. So people ask the question, like, why is a popcorn so expensive? Why are the hot dogs, like, why is a hot dog $7, almost $8? Well, yeah, because the concessions is where Cinemark,
Yeah.
Alamo is where, that's where they make their money. And then they've already gone into selling beer. So that's, so what we looked at was like, okay, well, I kind of just want to do 35%. Sounds a heck of a lot better than 95%.
Yeah.
95%.
Yeah.
But with the projection equipment that we have, we're not able to show certain movies.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that Back to the Future just had their 40th anniversary re-release.
Yes.
Okay. So because they had their re-release, Universal did not let us book Back to the Future this year. Superman, because they had a new release,
we couldn't
book like the 1978 original Superman.
Yeah.
So
we have to wait.
We have to wait until after the re-release. I wanted to show on opening night. I wanted to show the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
It was in re-release.
Mm-hmm.
So Dark Sky Films said, no, reach out to us after October 14th, and then you guys can show.
Maybe next October.
Yeah, I know. It's those anniversary, re-releases.
So I was there on Friday? Friday?
Yeah, I think it was Friday.
And I didn't get to stay, but
we kind of wished you would have. That way, you could maybe got some B-roll or something.
We were talking about movies that I saw at Border Town in the last episode, and one of them was Grease, and the other one was The Outsiders, which you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Grease we've played,
and those two have drive-ins.
Scenes, yes, they do. Yeah, that's right.
But I was remembering John Travolta singing Sandy, and I was gonna ask
on the suite
out of curiosity if you have those clips of like
the performing foods,
the performing, the dancing hot dog.
Yeah, we have it. We play the whole 10-minute performing food circus. You missed out because it played that night.
Yes.
It did.
Yeah, we have all those. Everything that's
an intermission.
You see, on Grease.
As a matter of fact, on Grease night.
Yes.
So this was something I don't know if a lot of the crowd.
He does a lot of research. I give him props for that because I'm just. This, like I said, this is his dream, right? So he'll watch. I don't know how he does it, honestly. I think I'd go crazy. But he'll have one movie playing over here. He has another movie playing over here. And he's doing this and he's doing that. And I'm like, how? How are you doing that? He's like, well, it's because I'm making sure that there's no issues, there's no skips, there's no, something, right? Yes. But for Grease, he was trying to get what they were playing.
And I did.
In the scene when
they had
the
trailers.
drive-in.
They had trailers that they played, like for the Blob, and I Married a Space Monster or whatever. Like I found these trailers, and there was this one with Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, whoever go to Hollywood. Like I got these different trailers to give the crowd an immersive experience, and I played them in the order that they played. At the drive-in during the Grease drive-in scene.
Yes.
And I went looking on the internet also. Like I was like, okay, what movies? And I just started playing Grease. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to find out for myself. Because the internet was giving me like the wrong answers. And then I even broke down. I don't like using it. I went to ChatGPT, okay? And I asked ChatGPT. And ChatGPT was giving me the same answers I was finding on the internet. Like just Google AI Assistant, whatever, baloney. And so I even talked back to ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, you missed, I Married a Space Alien or Space Monster, and you missed whatever. And then ChatGPT says, well, good catch. I will add this to the. I'm like, what? Are you learning? Like, are you serious right now? So, but anyway, so I did, and the performing food circus also.
Yeah.
Because of that scene, I'd like every single thing, and I was even listening for the audio cues.
Yeah.
So that way I knew because you don't see on the picture, you don't see that one about I Married a Space Monster or whatever, but you hear the audio. And so I went looking, okay, I Married a Space Monster. And then the trailer came up with the same audio. So I made sure to include that just before the feature.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all sorts of other content going, like the trailers of the movies that we're going to show.
Mm-hmm.
But then just before the feature, I played all of those trailers with the Blob and everything, and the 10-minute, which, by the way, boosted our food sales.
Yeah.
Because it was a 10-minute performing foods intermission with the hot dog doing tricks.
Because people don't want to miss the movies, and it's one of the things that we notice at the other theaters. Whenever we show up, we tend to show up a little bit earlier, but the lines are so long, and by the time we get to our car again, we've already missed like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, we went to watch Ballerina recently, the new John Wick.
Yeah.
And we went to watch Ballerina, and we were in line at the Stars and Stripes, and they get a really long line. But they've got 3 screens.
They've got 3 screens, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But by the time we got out and back to the truck,
we had a minute.
We had already missed like the intro of the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want people missing any of it. But I know that they're there for the driving experience, and I get it, and we appreciate it. But yeah, no, it's a family-oriented thing.
So right now, before I ask you the next question, just out of curiosity, so you ran the trailers in order. Did anybody catch that?
You know what? No one mentioned it. No one mentioned it. And then during the drive-in scene, like all of that is happening, and I don't know if it was like a deja vu sense for them, but I guess because a lot of times people aren't really paying attention because they're getting set up, and I get it, and they're taking selfies in front of the screen, and maybe some people caught it. I don't know, but they didn't bring it to my attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did want to give them that immersive experience. I mean, like, for me, that was important to do.
They probably thought to themselves,
that I spent hours on it.
That sounds familiar.
It's all this extra work.
That's kind of cool, though. That's good. It's cool. So you guys opened, you said September 5th, so you are 2 months in?
Yeah.
And so how does it looking so far?
Sinking like a ship. No, just kidding. It's not that bad.
It's the struggles of a new business, really.
Yeah.
I think there was a big hype in the beginning, and I think it's still there, but we're so close to the holidays already that people are like their attention is focused on something else. And then there's a lot of free stuff going on in Laredo. So this past weekend, we didn't have the attendance that we're used to. We typically sell out, or we have been selling out before November. And that weekend, I think there was something going on at the auto arena. And it was like free food and everything. And I know a couple of people who were volunteering at this, I forgot the name of it, but she said the lines were astronomically long. Like, she was standing up for hours and stuff. And I'm like, oh, so that's what we were competing with. It's a free food and the free, stuff like that. So we had.
But that's also
family,
stuff.
yes, for sure. But again, it did impact us in the end. So I'm thinking, it's gonna be a little bit of a hit and miss this holiday season. We've got some good movies lined up, though, so I hope that people do show up and
because you really have to be
participate.
selective.
Yeah.
I will say that you have to be really selective about the films.
Yeah,
because they're sub-run films.
Yeah,
we were talking about the cars coming in. What is the price for, because you charge per car, right?
Yes, so it's $25 per car. It doesn't matter how many people are in your car. You can have a small 2-seater, $25.
So you don't have to smuggle people in?
Right.
No.
The
days of
smuggling people in are over.
In the trunk.
No. But we always tell people, if come here safely, because we have seen people in trucks and they have people in the bed of the truck, and we're like, oh my god.
And they take off that way too.
And, they take off that way too. So it's $25 per vehicle, no matter how many people are in the vehicle safely. So, if you have a Suburban, 10 people fit safely in a Suburban, just bring the Suburban. Yeah.
I saw it. The very first thing that I think about is okay, it is nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up at Bordertown, and it was open up from 58 to 84, almost 30 years.
Yes.
The reason it closed down was because they were they were extending the highway.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's still 34 years, right? And so I'm thinking, okay, well, now you have theaters, right? More theaters. You have theaters like IMAX and stuff, but you also have a lot of streaming.
Yeah.
Not to mention like all the pirated sites where you see the the stuff. And then you have a drive-in, right? So to me, it seems like a risky business venture.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? I get that. A lot of people would say that. So one of the things that I would ask, it's kind of like polling, right? And I would ask, and I'd say, hey, you know what? I'm thinking about doing this. And really, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to really say anything to anybody. If you're going to do it, you just go and do it, and that's it. You stop.
Because everybody's gonna crap on your idea.
And they
you
do.
have-
Let me
Oh.
tell you, I'll tell you this. I got a lot more negativity out of people than positivity. They're like, oh, hey, that's a great idea. No, that's not.
That's not what
Most
we
of
got.
the time, it was like, man, Laredo's too hot. This is nice.
Or just stick to what you know.
Stick to what you know. You do alarms, just stick to that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something for families. I'm thinking not like a lot of people.
Long term.
Yeah, and I want to do it long term. And the other thing is, I am not of the belief that if you want to go do something, you go to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm not of that belief. I think that things can happen here in Laredo too, if real estate wasn't so cost prohibitive. I mean, it's ridiculously cost prohibitive here in Laredo. They're okay with having all these warehouses, and that's great. Hey, that is the lifeblood of Laredo. Import, export, logistics.
Yes.
That is Laredo's lifeblood. It is. But I'm really thankful to our landlord.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw that listing, I couldn't believe my eyes at the price. I was like, hey, that's actually doable. That's not something out of this world.
And it was close to Laredo because a lot of the other properties that we had seen, it was miles, like 10 miles, 15 miles. And
they weren't cleared either.
No.
So there would have been so much more
expense.
upfront expense and investment in clearing and laying caliche or doing whatever.
So he got very lucky when he told me, I found it. I found the location.
Found it.
And he was all excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So he did take me to it. Unfortunately, it wasn't open at the time.
Right.
And I said, okay, I think we can do this one. It's not far. It's 5
It was
miles.
5 miles out.
5 miles from
It isn't, because when I saw, I didn't know where it was, right? So I saw the address and I put it on my GPS.
Mm-hmm.
And on Friday when I went, it did take me longer because, as I mentioned, the GPS directions
Sent you somewhere
leaving the
else.
school took me towards like the bridge.
Yeah.
But the train was in the way, and so I had to go through all the side roads and stuff, and it was all crowded.
Instead of just going down Clark, I mean, you could have just gone down Clark.
Yeah.
And so
But now you know where it is.
But when I was going on, what is it? It's not 83. It's
359.
359. When I was going down 359, there were still a lot of cars in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, because to me it seemed far. Where is this place at, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was getting there, there's still a lot of cars there, and so there's a lot of traffic. So it's not like in the middle of nowhere either.
No.
What I love about it is that it adds to the entertainment value of Laredo. You kind of briefly touched on that, where like you have to go to San Antonio for something. There's stuff to do here now.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as much as other places like bigger cities.
Right.
But when you're adding more stuff like a drive-in, it's just another thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it, that it does add to the entertainment value.
Yeah.
Especially for families that want to go out and stuff.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on Sunset Drive-In Cinema?
Well, I mean, we appreciate the community support in coming out to the drive-in, and I can say the drive-in because it is the
only one,
only drive-in in Laredo or near Laredo.
Yeah.
We hope it doesn't suffer kind of the same thing that
The fate of others.
A lot of places have gone through. We hope that it sticks around. You mentioned Border Town, 30-something years. So, hey, that's great. And I hope that we're able to, last that long.
Right. Yeah.
So if you go to movies@sunset.com and go to location, then it's going to take you directly to our location.
Yeah, there's a link there. You click it, it'll
You can
open
even
up
go to
your...
you can even go to the frequently asked questions. And under the frequently asked questions, like where is it located? We hyperlinked the answer.
Yeah.
So that when
Just
you click
click it.
on it, and it will open up your maps.
And that
So
is the one
that's how
that's
they
the
get
most direct. It'll get you to our location.
And you want to go to the website anyway, because that's where you want to get the tickets.
that's the show.
All
Thank you for
right.
being here.
Well, thank you
and
for
I
inviting.
do wish you all the luck for your drive-in, because I think Laredo needs a successful drive-in here.
Great. Yeah, we do too.
We
And
do
so in order for that to happen, people have to go buy popcorn. Yeah. Don't bring your own bags of popcorn. Please support the concession stand. Buy popcorn and a drink. I don't know. Buy a hot dog. But buy popcorn, please. We have barbecue sandwiches.
There you go. We got brisket barbecue sandwiches. So,
Dude, please.
You won't find that at the other places.
Yeah, we want for it to succeed too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.